Well, I am here in a relict portion of some forest scrub in Whitefield area of Bengaluru urban, and here I find this is the relict vegetation which is lying untouched, but I learned there is a litigation and all what we do see around, and that attracts hundreds of species of the birds in flocks and singularly, individually. They may not find in time to come when it is converted into apartments. While at a distance I can see some kind of flame. There's a flame of forest. We call it Butea monosperma. Well, I'm Dr.Sas.Biswas, teacher of dendrology in Dolphin PG Institute, Dehradun, India. And let's go closer to this. I find it is what is botanically called Butea monosperma. Monosperma comes from one seed. It has got a pod which is hardly 15 centimeter long, but only solitary seed. It is not showing, it's not the time, but I find as the temperature is growing, the flower is becoming more bright in case of Butea monosperma, what is known as PALASH. In fact, the Battle of Palasi in West Bengal, that was also named after this. This tree is in fact is found in the Doaba of Ganga and Yamuna, but I gathered that during the colonial early period of the British colonial rule, they were all cut off felled because the land was converted into agriculture for earning more tax by the colonial rulers. As we go closer, and well, what is then Butea? Butea comes from in honor of third Earl of Bute, nobleman, and he was his real name was John Stuart, and he was Prime Minister of Great Britain during the time of George III in 1762 around, I think for a year or two. So I've come closer to Butea monosperma. This is how the flowers appear, and in the morning, this is evening time, but in the morning when I'm coming next, I'll find many of the birds will come here to have their nectars, even squirrels too, and they pluck the flowers, even eat up on the undeveloped fruits. And you can just see here, this is how the flowers appear, and this is typical of Fabaceae. And you'll find here the one I'm touching it is its tender petal, and both the sides are the wing, and here the keel. The two of them here. So if I try to open it, you'll find typical of the 9 plus 1, 9 stamens and 1 separate, 9 united, 1 is separate, and then the pistil is there. Look at the pretty flowers fallen there with the leaves and all. You can just see here. This is what the pistil is showing, and I'm holding this tender petal, and the side wings are there. So when we come closer, we find his bark is a pale grey, and it is one of the typical of this tree. Some of my students, they showed it from northern India. Whereas it is in southern India, it has started flowering, and you'll find in many places. Look at this, how magnificent the bark, and the most interesting thing with its leaves. There are 3 leaflets, and as you can see here, and you will find here too, you just see here, these 3 leaflets make typical of this plant. The apex is obtuse, in this case also, and this makes, if I remove one of this appears like this, and this is what we call PALASH के 3 path or DHAK के 3 path. That means truth needs no witness. So here, while I was just going around, I tried to find out if there are any seedlings or saplings. I could find that there are the plants which are coming up. If the whole area is, left as it is, we may find number of plants around here. You can hear on this one. Look at this. This is the sapling. This is also the sapling, and here too. And if you see the texture of the soil, it is typical of pale white, the soil, and typical of the paddy land and all. But it has become dry, and we find this plant, such seeds, and there are many of them. You can just hear the sound. Here I come out. Let's meet next time.